Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2022 Equinox reading for you. Now, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, this is the Fall Equinox. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, this is the Spring Equinox. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy that we have to be mindful of during this equinox. Now, the equinox is when the day and the night are of equal length. And in the Northern Hemisphere, it's a time of the harvest. It is a time of acknowledging growth and expansion. And in the Southern Hemisphere, it is a time of release and renewal and of new starts coming. So this is a time of introspection and understanding of ourselves, the way that we want to move things forward, the way that we are expecting things to grow. So let's see what energy we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the star, okay? This is Aquarius energy. This is also a fact that our wishes, our deepest desires, they could be kind of used against us during this time. They could be twisted by other people, like, oh my gosh, if you just do this or you do that, you can have that promotion that you want, or you can have that title that you want, or you can have that house, or that, whatever that you're longing for, that can come forward. So be mindful of that. There is also the energy here with the star that our dreams can kind of take over our realities, and all we can see is our dreams. All we can see is what we wish things were. So be very mindful of that we can become dreamers, bits of fantasists during this time, just very much living in our own imagination, which is a beautiful thing. But when it just takes over everything, that's when we have to be mindful. That's when we have to, step back and say, oh wait, maybe this isn't what I want. So let's see here. Or maybe my dreams are becoming corruptive in my life right now. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, Libra. We have the Fool. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Moon. And we have the Four of Cups, which this is all very, very beautiful. So we're crowned with the Fool. We're crowned with an acknowledgement of take that leap of faith. Go after what it is that we desire. Open up those doors. We're really looking at this time here with what we love and what we desire. Our hearts have come full circle, and we're kind of becoming more comfortable with what we really want from our lives and what makes us happy, not what would makes everybody else happy. The Three of Pentacles is telling us you have to work with others. This is not going to be a time, this is not an equinox where we kind of stand on our own and take everything in all by ourselves. This is a time where we work and we collaborate and we dive deeper and we see where things take us. Now the Moon is telling us that this is a time of change. This is also a time where we are going to face a lot of fears that come forward and a lot of things that have muddled us up before. Now, what's interesting is we've been looking in the wrong direction. We've been looking at things in a very certain way. This is the way it's done. This is the way it's always been done. This is the way it needs to be done. And Spirit is saying here, I'm handing you a gift that's totally taking you outside of your comfort zone, which you might not be, well, of course, because it's outside of your comfort zone, Libra, you're not going to be comfortable with right now at all. And there's a sense of, I'm not going to look at this because it's going to change too much. I'm not going to take this in because it's going to change too much. There's something that happens with other people. There's something that we're doing that kind of propels us to look at things a different way, a suggestion somebody makes or something somebody says, and it's like, oh, well, I'll show you, or I never thought of it like that before. So just be very mindful of that. We're also really looking at our own happiness and saying, what does my heart want? What do I love? What do I need? What's important to me? And we're starting to make more and more time for that. And it's going to be very interesting. I don't know if a major event has happened in your life, if something that has happened that has made you just kind of step into yourself more, or really evaluate what you want. But this is something here with the 10 of Cups. When we've come full circle emotionally, there is something that has happened, and it can be that people would look at it and say, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a major event, or people wouldn't understand how it's impacted you. But you're looking at your happiness, you're looking at what you desire, what you want, what you need, with a lot more honesty, a lot more openness for yourself, a lot more of but this is where I need to be for me. And as we're really taking in our own happiness and embracing our own hearts, there's a sense here with the 3 of Pentacles of working with others, of realizing that there are different stages to everything. There is the leader, there is the one who looks at the details, there's the one who kind of sets everything up. And it can be that we're learning how to embody these different roles within our own lives. That can very much be the case during this time. But we're also learning how to collaborate, how to pull things together, how to see what it is that we want and need, and what it is that we're looking for, and not be afraid to ask for help during this time, Libra, or really ever. There are some people who think it is weakness or foolishness to have to ask a question or not to know all the answers. And to those people, that's sad, because we can always learn, we can always grow, we can always become so much more. Now, with the moon, there is such a sense of things that have been hidden. There's also the subconscious and conscious parts of ourselves that are coming forward during this time. It's like, where do I want to be? Where do I need to be? I'm pulling myself this way subconsciously. We're very much, kind of driven towards our dreams, even on a subconscious level during this time. And pragmatically, as we're moving forward, we want a new adventure. We want to, kind of break out of a shell, or we're entering into a new stage. And it's kind of like, okay, well, how do I do this? How do I embrace this? How do I move this forward? The moon is calling to us. It's telling us it's time for change. It is time for change. It is time to move us forward towards something different, something more insightful for us, something bigger. But it's also saying that as we move towards this, we have to face our own emotions. And by facing our own emotions, we face our doubts, our fears, our hang-ups about things. And it's going to show us ourselves in a much more, maybe even harsh light than we wanted it to show us, than we needed to see ourselves in. And when Spirit says harsher light, it just means that we're just being a lot more honest with ourselves. We're saying, well, this is who I am, and this is what I want, and this is where I need to be, and this is what I'm looking for. And it brings us to the 4 of Cups. We've been looking at things in a way that others have been guiding us towards, in a way that we had thought, this is what it's supposed to be. And Spirit's saying to us, why? Why does it have to be that way? Why do you have to do it like this? Why cannot you open up the door and see it just differently, and embrace that difference, and embrace that understanding of ourselves, and honoring what we want? There's a gift that's coming, and it can feel at the time that we take it like, oh my gosh, what is this? Like, this is nonsense type of deal. I have to be focusing over here. And yet, because we are forced to focus on this gift from divinity, we're forced to step out of our comfort zone and step into ourselves. And that's going to be exactly how it is. We step out of our comfort zone and we step into who we are. And the Fool is telling us to take that leap of faith. We're afraid of being seen as foolish. We're afraid of acting foolish. We're afraid of, being considered the fool. But you know what? Every hero's journey begins with them being laughed at, begins with mockery and doubt and people calling names. We cannot take our hero's journey, as Joseph Campbell stated it, our hero's journey, our quest to move forward in our lives, to find out who we are. If we don't dare to be laughed at by others, if we don't dare to be considered silly by others, take that journey, take that leap. See what it is that you want and who it is that you are and where it is that you're headed. You'll stumble along the way, absolutely. This equinox is showing us, with the day and the night being of equal lengths, the subconscious and the conscious coming forward. It's showing us who we are. Even if it's not necessarily who we want to be, it's saying, this is me. And I see me, openly and honestly. It brings us to our subconscious message here to be mindful of. And it's the 10 of Wands. We're carrying too much. We're just putting more and more on our shoulders. I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. The worry, the doubt, the fear, the chaos. Be aware of it. It can absolutely overburden us and make us fall to our knees and steal all the joy from our lives. So just be very mindful of this. It brings us then to our subconscious tarot energy, and that's the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is stay calm. Stay calm, as, as Kipling said. What did he say? Your words are twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools. When what you have set out in good intention to do is twisted and corrupted, and you feel heartbroken or overwhelmed, just be very aware of this. Be aware of being attacked at work, at what you're passionate about, by those who don't understand or those who do understand but don't want to see you succeed. Because if you succeed, then that means they can't. They have a very small idea of what success is, of what prosperity is. And they only want it for themselves. They don't believe it can be shared. Be very mindful of this. Stay calm, stay centered within yourself, because that's going to be what gets you through. The fact that there's a serenity and a beauty to you that they can't make crumble, and that's going to frustrate them, just so much. All right, Libra, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this equinox and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra, and may you have a blessed and prosperous equinox.